This is Rummy's Corner. Rocky Marciano got his first opportunity to fight for a championship on September 23, 1952, when he challenged heavyweight world champion Jersey Joe Walcott. The champion got off to a fast start and he dropped Marciano with a mean left hook in the opening round. Walcott continued having more success in the early going as he was able to keep things at range while countering effectively and tying Rocky up when he got too close. Marciano started working his way inside more effectively as the action progressed, but Walcott was still generally doing a better job of winning this strategic battle of range. There were a lot of brutal exchanges with both boxers landing hard, stinging shots. In round 13, Walcott was looking to set a trap for a big right hand, and at that exact moment, Marciano drilled Walcott with a monster right of his own. Walcott was down, and he would not be beating the count. It was a 13th round knockout, and Rocky Marciano had just become the new heavyweight world champion. Marciano made the first defense of his heavyweight world championship on May 15, 1953, when he had an immediate rematch against Jersey Joe Walcott. With less than a minute left to go in the opening round, Marciano landed a mean left hook immediately followed by a quick right uppercut that dropped Walcott. Jersey Joe was down and he could not beat the count. The fight was over. It was a first-round knockout for Marciano. On September 24, 1953, Marciano made the second defense of the heavyweight world championship when he took on former foe Roland Lestarza. The challenger was being clever, and he jumped out to an early lead by effectively keeping Rocky on the outside and smothering him whenever he got in tight. Marciano started battling more effectively as things approached the halfway point of the scheduled 15-rounder, where Rocky began landing jolting power shots with greater regularity. In round 11, Marciano unleashed a furious combination that sent the challenger down. Lestarza made it to his feet, but Rocky was all over him and referee Ruby Goldstein waved it off. It was an 11th round technical knockout for Marciano. Marciano made the third defense of his heavyweight world championship on June 17, 1954, when he squared off against former champion Ezzard Charles. The Cincinnati Cobra started boxing beautifully and he seized command of the early rounds. But Rocky began battling his way back during the middle rounds, and the two heavyweights were extremely determined as they both exhibited a tremendous blend of heart and skills. In the later rounds of the fight, Marciano had taken control and he was landing a lot of heavy leather on Charles. It was a fiercely competitive contest where Rocky seemed to get stronger as the fight progressed. At the end of 15 rounds of blistering action, Marciano was awarded a unanimous decision victory, with one judge scoring it 8-6 with one even. The other judge had it 9-5 with one even, and referee Ruby Goldstein had it 8-5 with two even. On September 17, 1954, Marciano made the fourth defense of his heavyweight world championship when he had an immediate rematch against Ezzard Charles. In round 2, Marciano tagged Charles with some solid rights that dropped the challenger. Charles battled on and was trying to establish his range outside, but Marciano was frequently able to close the distance, and he was usually doing the better work. A rejuvenated Charles busted open Marciano's nose in round 6, and in the following round, Marciano landed a blockbuster right that dropped Charles. Ezzard made it to his feet, but Marciano was relentless with his follow-up attack. A series of booming shots culminated with a monster left that sent Charles down again. This time, Ezzard would not beat the count. It was an 8th round knockout for Marciano. Marciano made the fifth defense of his heavyweight world championship against Don Cockle on May 16, 1955. Cockel was game and crafty, and he made a brave account of himself. But Marciano was methodically battering him and usually landing bigger and better. As round 8 was coming to a close, Marciano landed some clubbing shots that dropped the challenger. Marciano got to Cockel again early in round 9 and soon had him down again. The challenger bravely fought on, and Marciano dropped him hard again. Cockel continued battling, but after Rocky landed 2 more devastating blows, referee Frankie Brown had seen enough and waved it off. It was a 9th round technical knockout for Marciano. On September 21st, 1955, Marciano made the 6th defense of his heavyweight world championship when he went up against light heavyweight world champion Archie Moore. The old mongoose got off to a fast start and he was keeping Rocky off balance. In round 2, Archie dropped the champion with a crisp counter right. Rocky quickly made it to his feet and the match evolved into something that involved a lot of inside tactical maneuvering. Archie was exhibiting stellar defense and excellent countering technique, whereas Rocky was being effective offensively whenever he cornered Moore. Marciano dropped Archie with a booming right hand in round 6, and he would drop him again later in that very same round. It was an astounding display of power and stamina from the Brockton blockbuster, and an equally incredible display of determination and craft from the old mongoose. Rocky knocked Archie down once more towards the end of round 8, but the determined old mongoose had no quit in him. Marciano ultimately finished matters in round 9 after landing a series of punches that were punctuated by a couple of terrific lefts. This time, Moore did not beat the count. It was a 9th round knockout for Marciano in what wound up being the 6th and final title defense during his illustrious Hall of Fame career. In conclusion, with regards to championship contests, all of which took place at heavyweight, the final championship record for Rocky Marciano consisted of 7 contests, with 7 victories, 0 defeats, 0 draws, and 6 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.